Yo, what is going on, guys? So, this is the video. We're going to be talking about the gifting event 2021, my thoughts on it, talking a little bit about what some other people have talked about. Brian Grant, KT1, for reference. Watched both of their videos, so a lot of people were talking about it. And just wanted to hear their opinions and maybe reference a couple things that they mentioned and talk about. But yeah, so I don't have like a script or anything, so I'm just going to hey guys, my honest thoughts, how I feel about it, what I think about it, sort of thing. Because it's going to be a little different than what other people think. Because everyone's experience playing this game is unique. And we've all been playing and spending for a different amount of time. And we all look and view the game in different ways that are just shaped by our experiences. And no one has the same experiences as me playing this game. So, of course, everyone's going to be different. So, let's just first of all take a look at these rewards. So, 6-star Weapon X. This is rank 1 to 30 solo gifting, Abyss Nexus Crystal Selector, 6-star generic Awakening Gem, 2 plus 100 Sig Stones, so you can Sig 200 any champion, and then the generic materials take that champion straight to rank 4. So this is by far the best rewards ever in one rank, easily, which I was expecting. None of this shocks me in the slightest. Not at all. I was totally expecting to see something to this effect on the extreme. Like, I can't say that this doesn't shock me at all. Like, a little bit, yeah, but, I mean, based on, like, my predictions, just in my mind, like, what is Kabam going to offer for the best rewards, you know? Probably a generic 3 to 4 gem, you know, if they really want to entice people to spend that much. And there it is, everything. Doesn't really surprise me. This is what Kabam does every year at Christmas. I don't understand why other people are so surprised. But what this also marks, to me, in my mind, when I see this, Christmas is where the most money is made in December in a lot of businesses, even a lot of on YouTube for me and probably most of the other YouTubers out there, because during December, you know, everyone wants to sell stuff for Christmas. People are buying stuff for Christmas. And so a lot of more advertisers are ran. So on YouTube videos, people make more money through ad revenue. And Kabam, obviously, is going to make a lot of money with the whole gifting event. And that's their goal, to just make a crap ton of money, which I understand. And that's what they do every year. So I'm not surprised. None of this surprises me. We had the data mine leak for the greater gifting crystals a while ago. I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, this is what I think is going to be in them. I totally believe it. And lo and behold, looks like it came true. It's not surprising to me. This is what Kabam does. A new resource comes out, and Kabam holds it so tight. They just give you a little bit and a little bit and a little bit, and you got to pay a crap ton for that. It's itsy bits and pieces of it. There's if you look at past offers and then compare them to now, it's ridiculous, man. They used to sell one tier 2 alpha for like $100. That's insane. Now you could get one for free from the greater gifting crystal that you trade. Oh, here's a greater gifting crystal, boom, open it, boom, 36,000 fragments, tier 2 alpha, boom, full tier 2 alpha. 5 years ago, that was worth over $100, man. That's how this game works. This game, it's disgusting. The amount of money stuff costs in this game is honestly so ridiculous that, like, it's so smart too. And on Kabam's side, it's just stuff that they program into the game. Like, they don't have a markup cost to make these items. They don't have to make, you know, they don't have to spend $20 in a factory to make this generic Awakening Gem. You know, obviously they have people that design the stuff and everything, and they have to pay their salaries, of course, but the business model that Kabam has on these digital items it blows my mind. The ability that they can make so much money off this stuff, and the price that they sell it for, it's insane. It's honestly insane. And I think all of us are crazy for spending on this game, but it is fun. It is fun. And for me, you know, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would still spend. I was spending before I had a YouTube channel. I am crazy. I admit that. But obviously now with the YouTube channel, it allows me to spend more because, you know, I look at it as a business cost for my channel. So that has enabled me to spend a lot more money than I would if I didn't do this as my job. But it's still an absurd amount of money for these items. You know, like if you tell someone who doesn't play this game that you just spent $800 on a mobile game on Cyber Weekend, they're gonna be like, "What?" Like you're gonna blow their mind, right? But that's just what Kabam does. They hold the most sought after items for a long time, and they love to do this with Catalyst. Whenever there's a new rank, they love to do this with Catalyst. They did it with Tier 5 Basic. They did it with Tier 5 Class Catalyst. They just sprinkle little bits to start collecting. And you start collecting, you start collecting, you start collecting. Finally, once we're able to get enough to go to that next rank, then we start to see more and more. And then we see July Weekend, we see Cyber Weekend, we see way more amounts here and there. And then they start sprinkling it in 8Q, which we have seen, and Alliance War, just little bits and pieces of Tier 3 Alpha, Tier 6 Basic, just crumbs. And you just gotta follow the crumb trail. This is what Kabam does. And then we see a event like this. This is the climax of the year. They built up to this. Now, people are going to spend an absurd amount of money for the climax here. This is what Kabam is. This has been their plan the entire year. This is their business model. They build it up like this. You can just look back and you can see them do it with all materials before. With 6 stars, with taking 6 stars to rank 3, now to rank 4. It's once you see what Kabam does, it's so easy to predict what they're going to do in the future and how they do this stuff. And I've been watching. I've been watching for 5 years. So that's why this doesn't come as a shock to me. But now what this signifies in my mind, the way I see this, is the climax. This is going to be their last inch, their last thing to squeeze and wring out these rank 4 materials, really. So we got the 3 to 4 gem here, and then if we go to gifting alliance wide, we have more of those resources here. So this is Kabam just wringing out every last inch that they can from these new materials. After this point, the cost of these materials are going to drop. They're going to greatly just plummet. There's going to be more offers that sell them at a way better price for the amount of fragments that you're getting. They're also going to start releasing it in more content. What I see this as is the floodgates. This is the floodgates holding back those materials. Boom, they're about to become bursting open. That's what this event signifies to me. Over the course of 2022, these resources are going to become a lot more common. But before that happens, Kabam has to wring out as much money as they can from the big whales to give them a ton. And that's why it's so enticing. And it's Kabam are evil geniuses, man, to do this type of thing, to set up this kind of business model. And they can deny it, but I know it's true, man. I know for a fact that it's true. This is what they do. And it's because you can just look back and you can see the same thing happen on previous years. So it sucks, but this is what happens every year, man. So like on this year, it definitely does seem like it's been brought to a bit of a greater degree, but that's just Kabam upping the ante. They got to keep upping the ante to keep the big spenders big spending. That's just what they got to do, man. And again, if you really think about it in that sense, it does make sense. That's why they're doing it. But is it bad for the game? Hell yeah, it's bad for the game. Of course it is. But over the next year, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of content. Now, like this, I see some people are pissed about Kabam putting in an Abyss Nexus selector. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all, because reason number one, they're like, some people have said, oh, that's a special thing for Abyss. It's not. That's BS. I was about to say the full word, but that is BS. Dude, this wasn't even in Abyss at launch. So that's bogus to me. Like, I don't care. Sure, put it in here. Because, again, Kabam so stingy when Abyss dropped the big bad Everest content. Oh, that's going to take... Kabam Mike said it's going to take people so long to explore this. This is Everest. This is the new Labyrinth. It took people a long time to fully explore Labyrinth. Dude, I was done Abyss in under a week. 4 days. 4 days. Done. 100%. And at the time, the rewards for Abyss sucked. For the amount of hype and build-up Abyss had, the rewards were trash. They had to buff the Abyss rewards. How sad is that? You create this Everest content, you brag about it, and yet the rewards are so trash that you have to buff them. And even the reward buff isn't even that good. Like, This is the type of things that Kabam does that really pisses me off, man. It really pisses me off. So yeah, I don't care that they added this here because it's not special to Abyss. They had to buff Abyss to put it in, which is so stupid in my opinion, man. So I hope to see this more. I hope we see this in 7.4. We better see this in 7.4. We better see this in 7.4. We better see one of these in 7.4. If you're going to put these big gifting rewards, sure, I don't care. Let the big spenders spend 20. If they're spending 20 grand on this event, sure, they deserve this kind of stuff. I don't care. It's not going to affect me. It's going to affect prestige. But now I want to talk about something about with the whole competitive thing. Watching KT's video, definitely a big downer in that video. Just talking about competitive and how he seemed really down. And he seemed like he didn't even have the drive to play anymore. For me, it's actually the opposite. He was saying that you can't be competitive anymore because, you know, this is basically just going to create such a gap. Now, when I first started playing this game, I looked at the leaderboard, and I saw Gensaram, and he probably had, like, I don't know what it was. This is back in, like, 2016. It was, like, 300,000 rating, or maybe it was 500,000. It was low, though, back then. I remember looking at the leaderboard, and I just started playing. I'm like, damn. Like, I'm gonna catch up to these guys someday. Like, and it lit a fire under me, and I started spending more back then. Actually, when I was in high school at the time, grade 12, and I remember I was spending, and I was trying to catch up to these crazy people on top of the leaderboard. So honestly, I'm excited that a big gap is going to be created, and all these people are going to have way more rank 4s than me and stuff. That's fine. That's just going to give me more drive to catch up to them, as long as Kabam can give us a way to catch up to them. Kabam, if they're going to be doing this type of stuff, 2022, they got to put out a lot of endgame content. They got to put these rewards in that endgame content. They got to do Koreans 2. They got to do Summer of Pain 2. They got to do 7.4 has to be a banger. They got to do a new Abyss. They got to do so much stuff and put these items in there so we can earn them, so we can catch up. Like, as far as not being able to be competitive anymore with these, the only thing I really see here is I'm going to be just lower down in prestige, which I really don't care about. I honestly don't care about prestige. As long as I'm in an alliance where, you know, I try to do my part and they're cool with me just trying to do my part, we're good. And that's how 4 Loki is. So I'm not going anywhere. And like, as far as alliance war, I don't care if I have to fight more rank 4s. It doesn't matter to me. If I have a rank 3 or rank 4 6-star, they're really not that far off in power. You know, the power gap between rank 3 and rank 4 is not that big. So just because of that too, that's why I don't care about getting more rank 4s. They'll come, but I'm not interested in spending thousands of dollars to get my next one. No thanks. They'll eventually come. I know they will, especially seeing this event. Like I said, that floodgate, it's starting to get open. It's not going to be wide open yet, but water is springing out, and water being those resources. The floodgates have already been open a bit, man. In 2022, I expect them to, by the end of 2022, they're going to be wide open. They're going to be wide open. Probably by next Christmas gifting event, there'll probably be a new crazy item in here, man. Maybe relics and stuff. Who knows what it'll be? It'll be next year. But the next big item, the next big chase item, it's going to be featured in here for sure. But yeah, so as far as staying competitive, I'm not worried about Alliance War. Like I said, AQ, I really don't care. I don't care if we place top 10, top 20, top 30 in AQ. It doesn't matter to me. The reward difference isn't that crazy. And AQ is a pain in the ass anyways. So it really doesn't matter to me. And the only other areas about competitive being a worry would be like legend runs and stuff. And that's not even a thing anymore. And I'm already mythic. So I'm good there. The only other competitive aspect I see is solo competitive mode, which is extremely important to me. So is that going to affect that mode? Me going up against people that maybe have like 5 rank 4s and all rank 3s, SIG 200, whereas me, 1, maybe 2 rank 4s by the time that comes, full rank 3 team, but definitely not max SIG. No, I don't care. I hope, or if not, if my skill is not enough to get over that gap, then I just need to get better. I just need to get better. My skill, I'm not saying that I'm like some crazy good player, but like my skill, personal skill in this game has gotten me through a lot of stuff. and it's enabled me to get to where I am. So I just need to keep sharpening that skill, need to keep getting better, keep practicing, and keep learning new champions, keep learning new matchups. And it's also a lot of knowledge when it's going to be going into that solo competitive mode. So if there's more rank 4s on the other side, it's not a big deal to me. And like I said, if anything, it just makes me want to go harder. It makes me want to be more competitive. I like being the underdog. I don't like being on the top. I like having to climb that ladder to get to the top. That's what's more enjoyable to me, because once you're at the top, it can get boring. And I've been at the top of this game at some points, and I've taken a break at some points when I'm at the top, because it just gets boring, and I don't have as much fun. It's a lot funner. It's all about the journey, man, getting there. And yeah, so this is definitely my take on gifting, very different. I definitely agree with Brian and KT on a lot of things that they did say, but I just try to take a different perspective, because this is my job, and I don't want to be a negative Nancy, because if I am, then, you know, I don't want to play the game. I don't want to get on. I don't want to wake up in the morning, go upstairs to my computer and make videos if I'm not having fun with the game. You know, I want to have drive. I want to be competitive. I want to be grinding. I want to be excited to make videos, to live stream, to bring you guys content. You know, I don't want to be negative. And, you know, Brian said something similar. Like, he doesn't want to make these types of videos. He wants to make creative and fun videos. And I totally agree with that. But sometimes these videos do need to be made. I don't mind making them, because I'm just sharing my honest thought. This is a genuine, raw Legacy, what I feel, what I think. And yeah, if you guys don't like it, that's cool. If you want to unsubscribe based on my thoughts and what I've said here, that's okay. It's up to you. But I love all you guys that support me. We're going to keep going hard in 2022. I think 2022 is going to be my year. I have a good feeling about it. And I'm hoping to make some big things happen in and out of the game. So yeah, that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on this event and what you think about my thoughts. So I'll be reading all the comments. Comment down below. Your opinion matters. I want to hear what you have to say. And if you enjoyed or agreed with anything I said, I would appreciate you dropping a like. It really helps me in the channel out. We're definitely gonna hit 100,000 next year. And yeah, I can do it. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.